breaking news coming in, reprimanding the state government and its apex medical institution, the Rajendra Institute of Medical Sciences, for not being able to procure medical equipment. The Jharkhand High Court has observed whether they will wake up from slumber only after people reach the cremation ground. Now, the High Court made oral observations while hearing a suo motu public interest litigation on lack of proper medical equipment, including genome sequencing machine in Ranchi. Joining me on the broadcast is my colleague Ananya to give us more information on the developments. Ananya, it's a serious situation here. The Apex Medical Institute, Rajendra Institute of Medical Sciences, not being able to procure the medical equipment, and the Jharkhand High Court observing whether they would wake up from some slumber only after people reach the cremation ground. Now, what is happening in Jharkhand at this point of time?
Well, yes, this is a two-judges bench, a division bench of the Jharkhand High Court, which has passed this observation, clearly reprimanding the state government and also this institution, RIMS, that is Rajendra Institute of Medical Sciences, one of the premier institutes, government institutes, in fact, medical institutions in Jharkhand. So basically this story comes up after RIMS was not able to procure a genome sequencing machine. In fact, and then the two judges bench came down heavily, not only on the state government, but also on this medical institution, saying that would the state government only wake up after the people would reach cremation grounds, which clearly means that after people die. And in fact, it also said that asked the state government and RIMS to file a fresh affidavit stating as to what is the position of the procurement of these genome sequencing machines, because remember that the genome sequencing is necessary in order to find out if a person which has contracted COVID is having a Omicron variant, or which variant is actually he has contracted with, in order to facilitate the further treatment. And hence, if there is no genome sequencing machine, then the treatment might get delayed, or there might be a haphazard in the treatment of the patients, and hence this anger of the High Court comes in. This was while it was hearing a suo motu petition which was initiated in the year 2020 when the country was dealing with the first wave of COVID-19 pandemic, and since then this petition is continuing because with this petition the court keeps on monitoring the situation and the healthcare systems in the state of Jharkhand. Crispino.
Right, and today we're looking at a rise of 3,265 cases in Jharkhand, and the number here is 14,255 active cases of COVID-19. So what you're saying is that cases are rising in Jharkhand, but we don't know for a fact whether how many of these cases are of the Omicron variant.
Well, yes, clearly, because this is a story of one medical institution. There might be other genome sequencing machines out there in Jharkhand. This is for the Jharkhand government to answer as to how many genome sequencing machines are they having in the state in order to get the patients treated, and also because if there is a shortage of genome sequencing machines, that would in turn be directly proportional to the burden on the existing labs in the state, and hence the labs would be overburdened if there is a shortage of machines. However, the COVID situation in the country is depleting day by day. We are seeing a rise in cases not only in Jharkhand, not only in the national capital, but across the country. And remember, today is the first day of the weekend curfew in the national capital also, because we are seeing a surge of cases. Cases are rising at almost 2%. The positivity rate is rising almost 2% every day, and hence there is a need of caution. There is a need to follow this COVID appropriate behavior, wearing masks and following the social distancing guidelines.
Ananya, thank you for joining us on the broadcast this morning.